I don't know why it's such a big deal that Marianne knows Gemma Clan. We all know Gemma Clan. Stop! Why? That is plot. Fine. Welcome to the High-End Low-Miz podcast, where we're all plot relevant.
You guys do not get any fish flakes for that one. You went entirely off script.
Welcome to the High-End Low-Miz podcast, where we're good enough to have flakes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the High-End Low-Wiz podcast, where we are all a little thick of brain and dumb of ass. I'm Nick Davis, they, them, the conductor of this symphony of the absurd. With me, as always, are the players in said symphony. Can we please go around and introduce ourselves?
Hi, I'm Alice, she, her, and I play Lorelei Nix, the bunny folk slayer. And I have no rhythm. I'm so white, y'all. I should not be a part of this symphony. I'm probably like the usher. I can get you to your seat real good, but that's it.
You can follow rhythm, though, so you could be like a woodwind or something.
You're so nice to me, but no.
Weren't you a bass player? You were in the rhythm section.
I was so bad at it, though.
And I'm Michael Sayre, he, him, and I'm playing Taku, the gator-born shaman.
And we love that for you. Hi,
Mike.
Hello. I'm Dean Howe, he, him.
That's not Mike.
No, I'm Mike now. I'm Mike Sayre, he, him.
Shit.
I play Rosmo Kilcarrion, the dwarf turned slow.
No, that's incorrect.
I don't know. I mean, he said it, so he's clearly Mike.
He said the word. He means it. All right.
But I don't want to be the dwarf.
Let's be fair. Who here wants to be Rosmo?
Not even Rosmo.
No.
Dean
Rosmo
didn't even raise his hand.
Yeah, not even the person who's playing him. Oh, that's rough.
I made a loser, and I'm proud of this fact.
I think you're a wonderful curmudgeon.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Onna, pronouns they, them. I play Daphne Cinderhoof, the fawn arsonist. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just walking behind people, sad tuba noises.
Amazing.
Wait, but Daphne has, like, bagpipes.
Oh, I was saying me, not
You're of
Daphne.
similar skill level to Daphne with the bagpipes, I'm certain.
I'm a percussionist, Alice. I can play some mean-ass drums, but I can't do any puff-puff instruments.
Yeah, that's why I said you're of similar skill level as Daphne.
That's
because she
valid.
can't
You can
either.
tell how skilled they are at it by the fact that they referred to them as puff-puff instruments.
Hey!
Not brass, not horns, puff-puffs. I'm also Michael Sayre.
Come on.
He, him. I'll be playing...
You're so popular, Mike.
You are apparently spawning clones.
Iimish, Heyman, Horngold, the quarter leprechaun barbarian.
Oh, God.
The fact that we're all brunette guys with beards is kind of getting to the point where I'm wondering, I'm like, should I be like offended at like am I being stereotyped right now? How mean are these jokes?
We've been working on this for years.
All right. Intros out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about last session. Last session, our characters wrapped up the 4 on their encounter chart, rolling the bodies of a group of would-be assassins, and also concluded their 1, with Iimish finding a beautiful chance coin. Clarifying now so that it doesn't feel like bullshit later when I bring it up, I had a circumstance for each of the players in which you would be required to use this semi-cursed item. In Iimish's case, it's when you decide to engage in a game of chance. The first time in a given adventure in which you decide to make a wager, you'll use the all-or-nothing coin to determine your outcome. Benny, do you have any questions on that, or actually anyone else?
If all 5 of us use it just like immediately, is that a problem or is that just fine?
Fun fact, it is bound to Iimish, so Iimish is the only one who can use it at the moment.
Okay, so he's got to use it, and then it's probably going to curse its way over to one of us. Am I picking up what you're putting down? And is it a coin?
Whoever defeats Iimish becomes the next Iimish. It's just like the Santa Claus.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That
You
makes
gotta
sense.
flip that coin,
Yeah.
man. I have to know what happens when you flip the coin.
It just sounds like Taku wants the coin.
I know, it's kind of got the One Ring kind of feel right now. Thankfully, Iimish already is sporting a pocket watch chain leading to a coin flipper, so he's just going to have it live on that thing, and no problems. He's not going to lose that.
Following that, the boat pulled into port at Gladehaven, the humidity being a welcome reminder of home to Taku, and a hellish whine of why from the rest of the party. After some quick thinking, tossing bodies overboard, hanging someone on a fish hook to avoid any questions from stationed guards, you all disembarked the boat and decided on a course of action, leading someone to finally ask Marianne why she's headed to Creekside. A simple but still fairly cryptic answer of wanting to get back to the Fae Courts left two of the party with very distinctly different reactions. Iimish asking if he could get a quick message back to his gran, and Marianne revealing that she already knew Gemma Clem, and a polar opposite reaction from Daphne, who wanted to simply fuck off. After a quick talk with Lorelei, Daphne came back to the fold, and the party took the first step down the road to Creekside, and that brings us up to speed. But rather than the normal, what are you doing? Today I'm going to ask for two things. One, Daphne and Iimish, how are you guys doing?
Daphne is absolutely just like looking over her shoulder every few minutes, not having a good time.
Aw.
That tracks.
As you may remember, I was introduced earlier, and I am Iimish Horny Gold, so I'm going to go ahead and take this coin that I am not being very protective of. And
Hey, wait a minute.
You really want that coin, don't
Well, it's
you,
like
bud?
our first magic item, you know? It
That's
makes it
fair.
extra special.
That's fair. I'm just frightened of Mike. I know him too well. I'm scared of what he can do with this coin.
Also, same.
See, I don't know him that well, so I'm just curious, like, if
No.
yeah.
It's
Only bad
like,
things follow.
yeah.
Iimish has found like pen and ink and paper somewhere and is just like vigorously writing out a note to his gran, because
I love that.
Gemma Clem, like, he knows he can't go back, like, not yet, because even if he went back, like, he would just get sent back out again, you know? But the fact that he has a means for communication now, and he can be able to express something to her, he's really, really excited about that, and is probably not paying very good attention, and is like tripping every once in a while, and there's like pen holes through the parchment, and there's blots of ink everywhere, and it's chicken scratch and a mess, but legible.
I like that. Like, that's, again, two very distinctly different reactions. It makes a fair amount of sense. The other thing that I would like to ask of you guys as a family, can I get a few flat encounter checks from you guys? One for each hour that you intend to be moving on the road. These will be a 2d6 roll.
So, I have a question.
Sure.
Because my top priority at this moment is finding a dentist.
Yup.
Are there any dentists on the encounter chart?
There's not one on the encounter chart, but you can definitely look around the port that you have landed in and try and see what you can find.
90% dentists on that list.
Yeah, it's weird how many dentists there are in Gladehaven. So, should I roll an encounter check, or should I roll, like, invest?
But for finding a wilderness dentist? You think there's a check for that?
I can't live like this. My teeth, my beautiful
Your
teeth.
one true beauty.
It's okay, we'll just get you a spinach smoothie, you'll be fine.
I would rather die than leave my teeth up to the fate of Spinch.
Alright, I'll speak at your funeral.
Alice, I will make an offer to you on this one. I will offer to let you use the I know a guy function here.
Oh shit.
Ooh, fancy.
Fuck yeah.
For those listening at home, I know a guy. When you know someone can help, name them and roll charisma. On a 10 plus, yeah, sure, they can help, though you might need to make it worth their while. On a 7 to 9, pick one. They can help, but they need your help first. They're going to ask for a lot. They're not quite cut out for this, or you can't exactly trust them. On a 6 or less, the GM picks one, and then some.
Okay, so there's this dermatologist who is all over the subway in New York named Dr. Zizmore, and he has the best ads If you're not familiar with this guy, I need you to look up his adverts.
Do a quick Google search.
Yeah, do a Google search, because his adverts have the biggest graphic design is my passion energy.
Yeah.
I love them. So I'm pretty sure that Dr. Zizmore is a planewalker and has also just branched into all forms of medicine, and there has to be a dentist version of him in the spiral. So I'm going to recall the many, many commercials I have watched over the years of Dr. Dismore. And the great doctor is going to fix my teeth.
I don't think we necessarily need to spoonerism that one. I think Dr. Zizmore is a plane walking creature, and he and his incalculable number of simulacra are all over the Skylands with their dental clinics. So go ahead and roll.
Excellent.
So you base this off of a subway dermatologist. I can only imagine this going well in a fancy
I cannot express enough how wonderful his adverts are. They're so good. It's magical. He's the best. I love it. I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. I think with this one, go ahead and mark XP.
Yay!
But I would say, 1, you can't exactly trust them. It's that, I don't know if you guys saw this, there was a picture that went around the internet for a while of a dentist who put an ad on the side of a bus. It says 10,000 teeth can't be wrong.
Yeah, they can.
Dr. Zizmore has 10,000 teeth and is infallible. Can you trust this man?
I trust him with my
I don't
life.
trust anything with 10,000 teeth. I don't care if it's a collection or in their mouth. Either way, they are not trustworthy.
There you go.
Huh? Coward.
So Dr. Zizmore has 10,000 teeth and cannot be trusted. And frankly, there isn't a Dr. Zizmore clinic in this part of the Skyland. I would say if you venture on down the road to Creekside, I would say you know that there is a Dr. Zizmore clinic in Creekside. But again, there's the question of, is he trustable?
I bet he's literally a tooth fairy. It's the only thing he can possibly be. Or he is literally my twin brother. It's one of these two things.
Taku, can you roll wisdom on that statement about him being a tooth fairy?
Yep.
I'm Mike Sayre. I'll be playing Dr. Sizemore today.
Awful.
So that is a 9.
On a 9, you know that tooth fairies are part of a subdivision of bone fairies in general. They definitely exist, and they traffic in bones. Human bones, animal bones, any kind of bones. You've got bones that you want to get rid of, bone fairies want them.
Mm-mm.
And furthermore, you're in the place where they exist and live.
Nope.
You know what, though? This might work out really well for us where we, clean a pretty smooth deal, because you need your chompers fixed. They're probably going to want an equivalent trade at least, plus a little, extra on the top. So here's the thing. I have an excessive number of teeth, and they grow back. We can probably get this done real cheap.
We can scam them for everything they're worth, Taku.
That's not what I said.
We're gonna have infinite coin.
So first of all, I technically have infinite teeth because we live hundreds of years and the teeth grow back relatively fast. But I don't at any given moment have infinite teeth.
But magic is real, and we can fix that.
Okay, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix your grill, and that's as far as the plan goes at this moment in time.
That's reasonable. Let's start with achievable goals. We'll deal with the infinite teeth, infinite money hack later.
Yeah, here's the thing. The last thing, and I proved this myself just by being who I am, is the last thing we want is a bunch of pissed off fae.
Yeah, that's why we just straight clean deal. You almost never get one of those with the fae. Speaking of straight clean deals, I'm Mike Sayre, and as you may remember from the introduction, I'm playing Rosmo. At this moment in time, when Rosmo hears what just an honest businessman Taku is, he immediately takes his entire purse, everything he owns, and he dumps it into Taku's hands, and he says, I can never replace the coffee that I stole from you, but I must, in this moment, wipe the slate clean between us. Here is everything I have. Please forgive me.
And this penny is where we don't give Mike the power of the coin.
I'm learning.
Yeah, you're learning.
Unfortunately for Taku, they are now the proud owner of 47 unopened cans of beans, spinched, and a single hot plate.
So sad.
God, you're like a Depression era guy, just like living in some shabby apartment that's one room with no bathroom and cooking beans on his hot plate.
Awful.
This is like how I lived before Alice and I got together. Good God.
Aw.
You and I have some similarities there, Nick.
Oh,
rough.
no.
But Taku really does respect Rosmo's desire to try and wipe the slate clean. So he does just accept the bindle and kind of affixes it to the end of his tail so, he can keep it up out of the water and whatnot.
That's kind of cute, actually. I kind of want to see Taku with the tail bindle.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got 2 encounter checks. I've got a 5 from Mike, and I've got an 11 from Onna. Who else wants to roll an encounter check for me?
I'll do that. 8.
Ooh.
Benny, were you rolling one as well?
Yeah, I got one also. I don't know if you can read this.
Looks
These are
like
weird
a
dice.
7 to me.
Those are weird dice.
A friend made them.
Oh, cool.
That's no repeat numbers.
Repeat numbers are for chumps.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got my encounter chart pulled up.
Before you get into that, Iimish is finished with his letter, and he's noticed that Lorelei is feeling pretty distraught. We haven't had this opportunity yet, so I'm going to try and distract her, and just be like, "So I was thinking, we should on our way to where we're going, we should just see who can, capture or kill, one or the other, the most powerful creature."
And what's the most powerful creature? Is it a dentist?
No, the most powerful creature is not a dentist. It's just who can capture or kill the biggest, baddest creature between the two of us. Just so that we've got something to do, Because you're a hunter lady, right? And so I thought...
Oh, Iimish, you're so kind.
Taku casually scoops Daphne up onto his shoulder and then goes, "What did I win?"
Oh, shit. We already lost. The second most dangerous creature. That's what we're competing for this time.
Well, and the thing is, Taku thinks that he's got her.
And Daphne's staying up there, by the way.
Of course. I feel like she's like kicking her legs like she's on a swing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. She's crossed them, and she's just very comfy. One arm on his head. Yeah, I'm staying
I don't have
here.
to walk.
She just got a free piggyback ride.
Yep.
Nothing to complain about.
I love that.
Gave
That
her
is...
back
Every
ride.
shoulder right.
Yeah, Lorelei she'll extend a hand so that we can do, the gentleman's handshake.
Yeah, Iimish spits in his hand and shakes.
Lorelei, I think, winces a little bit and commits to the handshake and just kind of, swallows back the barf a little bit.
That bad.
Unfortunately, without her teeth, it just goes right through.
Oh.
Every time I forget about my beautiful teeth, Dina's there to remind
I
me.
worked so hard on that distraction, Dean.
Rosmo just makes it real again.
I see a kneecap, and I gotta take it out.
All right. Let's see, let me mark my my chart here. 5, 11, 8, and 7. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Children listening at home, go try those numbers out on your parents' safes.
Yeah.
That's right, yes.
Where's the PIN number for their credit cards? Get all the skins in the Fortnites or whatever you want.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
You're going to get us all sent to jail. It's great.
We'll go together like a family.
So you guys start moving out down the road, and I'm gonna say, for the sake of Marianne's safety, that you guys just kind of have her in the middle of the group of the 5 of you, and whoever is taking the encounter check, whoever rolled the check, is the person at the front of this pentagon of horror for the time being. So it will be Taku first, then Daphne, then Rosmo, then Iimish. If Daphne and Taku are riding together, you guys are just staying in the same place for the first 2 encounter checks. Fair?
Perfect.
I will accept no other name for this recording session than Pentagon of Horror, and I'm going to demand that you justify the name throughout the remainder of this session.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I'm in
Counterpoint.
Curse.
How dare you?
Counterpoint.
Curse upon our house.
Counterpoint.
There's no counterpoint.
No. The counterpoint is you guys are going to come up with something worse in the next 15 minutes anyway, and we can use that. And also, you guys will justify the title, don't worry.
I was thinking the title's I'm Mike Sayre.
Honestly, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
3 mics, no Ikes.
Look, all I'm saying is They gave me complete ownership of their characters in the introduction. That's
They did do that.
all I know.
They did.
The onus is on them.
A mistake I will not repeat. It's for one episode only.
I regret nothing.
All right. So as you guys move out from the port and you start moving down the road, Marianne is just kind of casually and very cheerily talking more or less to herself. Just, I forgot how pretty the trees were around here. You can hear all the swamp gas noise. It's absolutely lovely around here. I forgot how much I love this Skyland and these people. It's lovely here. Don't y'all just love it here?
Daphne is alternating between watching what's around and glaring at Marianne.
Of course she is. That makes sense.
I'm mostly fascinated by the fact that Daphne's like a little bug zapper just floating up there on his shoulder. The mosquitoes and the dragonflies come by, they get within a certain radius of her, and they just so cool.
It's like a little snowfall of dead bug corpses.
Of course.
Just flaking right off.
I also assume that Pipesy has climbed out of my pipe, walked up my nose, and is hanging out with Daphne.
Yeah.
up there.
Honestly, it's like sitting on Daphne's nose presently. So keeping Daphne chipper and happy, which is
She
nice.
keeps going
but-
cross-eyed to look
Yeah.
at him.
Yeah. Overly like when you have something that a cat really wants and you put it right up to their nose and they make that really stupid face.
I mean, yeah, it is beautiful here and everything, but what I miss from back home is, all the wonderful critters, the bobkins and the glimmershims and the bandercats and the magna cars.
You made some of those up.
He definitely made some of those up.
Yeah, but I don't miss the bone thieves. I don't miss the bone thieves, and I don't miss. All the were creatures. Those are kind of a pain in the ass, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, there's also the Avergasts and the Fiddleshrikes and the Gappers, the Jelkins and the Weedwells. I mean, they're all such wonderful critters.
Some of those are just the names of halfling families. Like, they're not even actually fey creatures. They're just halfling family.
Funny story there. Halflings are actually some of the most dangerous critters in the Skylands. Like,
And
Don't
in the
fuck with-
courts.
don't fuck with halflings. Like,
There's a few families of halflings in the courts that will absolutely break your legs and leave you in a ditch.
The halfling mafia up in the city is definitely something to be contended with.
yeah, absolutely. They'll snip your tendons.
I also want to come back to this were creatures thing. Listen, I grew up here. I spent my entire childhood surrounded by hundreds of siblings, most of whom tried to eat me at least once.
Oh, who hasn't lived that though?
And sure, there were the stories of the hairy alligators that would howl under the moon, and these gators who supposedly transform into hippopotamuses, when the monsoon season hits. But those are all just swampside tales. I've never actually seen a single one of them in person.
Iimish is enthusiastically scanning for one of these.
As you guys are walking on the road, you hear kind of it's distant. It's within a couple 100 feet of you guys, but it's kind of a pained whining noise in the swamp.
Is that a were-hippo?
It sounds humanoid. It sounds like a person making noise.
When Iimish hears the cry, and since you designate it as humanoid, he instantly just says, "Man is the ultimate monster," and darts off to go.
Lorelei bounds after him. She agrees.
"I'm faster than you."
Yeah, but I can jump farther.
Daphne goes to jump off Taku to follow.
Taku catches Pipesy in his pipe and trots after.
So we're all just like going after Iimish.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we should all abandon the person we've been hired to protect, so...
Oh, oops.
I need to catch a monster. I need to catch the monster. I have to win.
I'm gonna stay next to our charge.
Priorities.
I'm Slayer of the Weird. I need that experience. I gotta go eliminate an unnatural menace.
Not that I'm incurious or lazy. I am just very dedicated to duty.
Where Iimish goes, Daphne follows.
Rosmo, if you want to go check it out, we can go. I'll run with you. It's fine.
Are you sure?
We can go on a run. We can stay here if you'd rather.
Rosmo goes, "Here's the problem. I'm very much a coward, and I really don't want to go with them. I was kind of banking on this being an easy job where everyone else did all the work."
Oh, honey, nothing easy is worth doing. You know that.
Let's go.
Now, we can go at a nice leisurely pace if that makes you feel better.
It does. Let's do that.
All right, let's have a nice little swamp wander. And just so that you and I are on the same page, you don't have to tell anyone else. This can just be between you and me. I'm not counting a mosquito bite as, harm coming, because you guys will be out that bonus coin, and I don't want to do that to you. That's not fair.
That would be horrendous. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's have a little walk, and the two of us can just have some fun messing with them. Vis-a-vis the mosquitoes,
Sure. I mean, the mosquitoes aren't so much a problem for me. I have all this dwarf hair, and they just cannot get through it. They just kind of get tangled in there. It takes them like a good minute to worry down to the skin.
Now that's a good idea. And you see, as you're looking at her, she's wearing kind of a tank top at the moment, and she kind of
she's the weird
kind of shudders for a second, and she sprouts a bunch of extra hair on her arms.
I knew it.
She looks way more attractive now.
To
by dwarf
Rosmo,
standards.
at least, yeah.
Rosmo's turned on.
Rosmo's like, nice.
So she has green eyebrows and red hair. What color is the body hair?
Green.
This is too spinch related for me. I don't trust it.
It's a spinch-related incident. Got it.
It's pretty spinch-colored body fur.
I know a few dwarves who'd be super into that trick.
Mike, is Rosmo into that?
Super into it, honestly. It's probably the only thing I've ever been more into than this is coffee. Particularly coffee that only I ever get to have and can ruin for everybody else forever afterwards.
So, Taku, Daphne, Lorelei, and Iimish, who sprinted off into the swamp ahead of Rosmo and Marianne. You guys come into, it's not quite a clearing, but it's kind of a sinkhole, just full of soft mud. And there is a humanoid in the middle of the sinkhole with what appears to be a bear trap clenched around their leg.
Oh.
And they are trying to get the bear trap open. I would like whoever you guys would determine to have gotten there first to roll discern realities.
Iimish.
That would be Iimish.
Actually, the thing is, I was running along, and I was almost there, but then I stopped to chat to Daphne, and while I was talking to Daphne, Taku just walked right past us.
Wonderful. So I'm going to take first place then.
All right. Roll discern realities for me then. That's
Wait, was
fine.
that supposed to be Iimish?
Yep.
That was your Iimish impersonation?
It took me a second, but
It was
I got
pretty
there.
bad.
It was really
That
bad.
was a flawless
I thought you were like Quentin
impersonation.
Tarantino in a Western.
It was
Like,
so bad, I could not get there.
So it's discern reality.
Discern realities for me,
What
yes.
stat?
Oh, see, I knew you were going to ask me something stupid like that.
well, wait, does this actually play? Because I already
You went
rolled.
past it. Like, you did this to yourself with your Mike
That
Sayre
tracks.
introduction.
In that case,
bullshit.
since I stayed behind, I lean over to Daphne and I say, Daphne, sound the charge. Pull out one of your puff instruments.
Jesus Christ. So this is just callbacks to the episode. Is that what we're doing today?
I don't think now's the time for a drag.
Oh, the bagpipes come out though.
Oh no.
Discern realities is plus whiz, Alice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're good at that, right?
No. Weirdly enough, no. Because I rolled a 5, so that's a 3.
Yes.
Wow, your wisdom's that bad?
I took the name of the show literally, okay?
I noticed.
I'm gonna level up so fast.
Yeah, mark experience. That's great. Well, you don't get to ask a question, and I'll tell you that you definitely see a humanoid in a bear trap. So there's that.
Yep.
A humanoid in a bear trap. That's how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Hey there, friend. You all right? You looks like you did some stupid shit and got yourself caught in a trap. Unless the trap was meant for you. Was the trap meant for you? Hi. Are you all right?
We can start with getting the trap off of me, and then we can cover the am I all right part next. Can we get the trap off my foot? Trap off the foot. Like, is there any situation in which a bear trap on my foot is better? The four of you are pretty heavily armed. I got nothing on me, and you can see this guy. He turns to face you, hands up. There's no knives, no swords. He's got a walking stick. That's it. Dude's just a hillbilly in a bear trap at the moment.
Ask him if he's a dentist.
I imagine like Rosmo and Marianne have ambled up with like a parasol or some shit, like just nice and casual.
For sure.
That's right. Are you a dentist? Can you fix me?
Whoa, you guys got there before Iimish and Daphne?
I would say the whole party is there at this point.
Lorelei will go assist, mostly because she wants to keep the bear trap for herself.
Iimish dives right in, like full on to pry the bear trap apart. He gets into the sinkhole with him because he wants to be a hero.
Taku is going to wait until the exact moment that somebody's fingers are on the bear trap, and then he's going to go, there's a type of fey antlion. It's kind of like a mimic, but it's a bug and it eats people. It uses almost this exact technique to lure in travelers. But I will not say that until they're like on that bear trap.
Before we get to that part, Iimish, as you are looking at the bear trap, you are familiar with this. This is something from the courts. This is a cold iron bear trap with silvered teeth.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, Daphne will not go near that.
Wow.
Brutal.
So Iimish goes into anaphylaxis.
Not necessarily.
No, it'll only fuck up a quarter of me, so I'll be fine.
Pick which quarter.
Good, because my EpiPen only has a quarter left in it.
Wait, what are the other 3 quarters? Because I've always assumed they were more fey things.
You'd think that, but yeah, no, we've left that intentionally blank. The other things that Iimish is. He's
It's
3/4 other stuff.
It's nebulous deliberately. So you are drawing close to this sinkhole, and the guy pulls his foot out, and you see this cold iron bear trap with silvered teeth on it. And you see, as you're looking at the person whose foot is caught in it, that he is periodically. It looks like it's a graphics glitch almost in our world terms. He is periodically trying to shift into something else and isn't able to because of this cold iron trap.
That doesn't bother me at all. I'm right down and I cannot do Iimish's voice. Like, no matter how hard I try.
Yours is a hard accent.
I'm so proud of
Yeah.
you.
You gotta drop all the H's after T's. That's the first step.
I don't let it slow me down. I go right down into the pit and I pop her right out.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
A friend's a friend.
Nope. Nope.
Like, I can't do it.
Nope.
It's not bad. That was better. That was better. You're getting
It was better.
But not good.
I think it was great.
Not Iimish.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Still, Iimish is convinced he's a hero. What do I know about touching cold iron and the Fae? Like, is gloves enough?
Realistically, for you, you are fine to touch it. If it pierces your skin, it's essentially, again, above table. It is a doubled harm factor for you. You are weak to both of those things.
Okay, yeah, so Iimish jumps right over and goes to try and pry it open. And like
Sure.
the whole time in his head, he's like, I'm a hero, I'm a hero, I'm a hero, I'm a hero. And he actually says out loud, I'm a hero.
No, I absolutely, little man, absolutely. Go ahead and just pry this thing right off my foot. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Go ahead and roll plus strength for me.
Plus strength. I don't need your fucking coin, because that's boxcars, baby. 14 on the bear trap.
I don't know where all the good men have gone, and I don't know if there are any gods. But I do know that
A streetwise
when that
Hercules.
person was tossing and turning and screaming at night and dreaming about what they needed, it was this guy. Because he's a hero.
Being from the Fae Courts, Daphne would have seen wares and like shifters.
For sure.
Does she know enough to be cautious?
I would think yes. That tracks to me.
I think then, as she sees the shifting and glitching, she's going to go stand in front of Marianne and kind of put her hand over where the scroll is.
Sure. That's a good plan. And why don't you go ahead and roll discern realities for me as well, now that you are there and you are actively aware of what's happening.
It's a 9.
Okay. So, on a 7 to 9, ask 1 and take a +1 forward when acting on the answers. Your choices are, what happened here recently? What are the signs of what is to come? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? And what is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here, please, for 500?
Good pick.
Yeah, Jeopardy.
Onna, as Daphne is looking into the clearing, you are watching this shifter trying to shift back into its native form. And that's what this is. It's a shifter. It is a creature that is able to assume a humanoid form, but is natively a beast of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And it is young. This is a child. It is scared, and it is running from something. And as you are watching Iimish prying the jaws of this trap open, you can hear the hunters that are chasing it not too terribly far away in the woods.
Oh, they are so dead.
Then Daphne is going to say, I can hear the ones who are chasing you not far. If you run, they'll catch you. Can we help you?
I mean, if you want to take on a bunch of hunters, that's great. I would appreciate that, but they will fuck you up.
They can try.
I'm sorry, did I hear hunters? Because I'm the best.
You want to prove that?
No.
Hell yeah, she's gonna prove that. Let's fucking go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim down sights. Or I guess I should actually do some smart hunter shit, huh? God, if only I, the player, were good at that.
I both want to be helpful and also maintain plausible deniability because Taku has never actually participated in a combat at any point this entire campaign.
Just makes popcorn.
And so kind of want to use my Rising Mists spell to feel the woods. Just as much as I can, as far as I can push it. I'm gonna bank a lot on these dice doing the right thing for me here.
And before you roll, just making sure that I am clear on what you're doing. Are you trying to cover an escape, or are you trying to cover what's happening in this sinkhole right now?
Well, so here's the thing. I am trying to blind and confuse the hunters so that my allies, who I trust implicitly because I control half of them, can either escape or what I won't acknowledge in my heart, but what a deep reptilian part of my brain knows to be true, Lorelei goes all predator and just pops out of the mist like ganking hunters and a complete nightmarish bloodbath.
Gutting them
happens.
like trout.
Yes!
I'm going to trust that is not what she will do because Taku knows that Lorelei is a good person. And I will cast the spell anyways.
Roll it. Roll them bones, baby. Iimish, what did you have on deck?
Yeah, well, this is happening. Iimish rolls up with the bear trap in hand and hands it off to Lorelei and is just like, here, I got you some new chompers.
I'm gonna take that bear trap and grin.
Do I hear... Are they galloping toward us or are they running toward us?
They are walking through the swamp.
Okay.
I rolled a 10. When you cast and I have the ability the old ways. When you cast a spell on a 10+, you have the option of choosing an option from the 7 to 9 list. If you do, you may choose one of these as well. The spell's effects are doubled, the spell's targets are doubled. The effect is obviously my giant clouds of mist, which I usually fuel with popcorn.
Sure.
And so I'm going to go with the spell's effects are doubled. Double the waves of misty pleasure.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard it as soon as I said it. Yeah.
You didn't think that one through before you said it. Is it double the thickness, or is it double the spread of mist?
Just out there, man. It is a foggy day in #not Florida.
Now casting this, when Taku does this, does he just like take a big pull on his pipe and like pipes he glows really bright, and then you exhale like this big giant?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think everybody has that friend who took a bong rip at some point, and everyone was just like, bro, don't be a hero, don't be a hero. And this person decided to be a hero, and then they cough it out, and it just fills the room. I think that's what happens here. Taku takes a big puff off of the pipe, and out goes this giant plume of smoke, and it's super thick, and it starts to disperse really rapidly, and it just fills the area. It very rapidly becomes that thick, kind of foggy mist rather than pipe smoke, though. That works perfectly.
The one that I pick off the 7-9 list is, you draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. The game master will tell you how.
Fuck.
We're gonna circle back to that when the hunters find you guys.
Cool.
Okay.
I think, like, I'm looking at the moves right now, right? And there's 2. moves that I think could be appropriate here. There's Stay Sharp or Scout Ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Stay Sharp, when you are on watch and something approaches, roll Wisdom, which, as we all know, I'm famously very good at.
Correct.
Or there's Scout Ahead. When you take point and look for anything out of the ordinary, roll Wisdom. Again, my best stat.
If only you had a coin.
If only I had a coin. No, I'm too good. I'm fine.
I'm too good.
I think for me, Scout Ahead makes more
It feels like the way you've been playing Lorelei, for sure, to me.
Yeah, I'm not sitting and waiting. I'm going after these sons of bitches.
You are hunting presently.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take my beautiful new set of chompers, and Lorelei will turn and look at Iimish and hold the bear trap up to her, to her grill, and just be like, I don't know, you think I should get some sharp teeth next time we find that dentist? How's that look?
I think that would be feckin' beautiful.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna go full fucking predator mode and just drop down and move through the mist and try to find my prey.
Fuck yeah. Roll whiz for me.
All right.
Anyone else have any prep that they want to do real quick?
Do I perhaps get a bonus from all of this good smoke? Or mist?
I would give you advantage for that, so roll 3d6.
Mike, you did me such a solid, because that would have been a 6, but instead it's a 10.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What does a 10 buy you?
So Scout Ahead, 10 plus and choose 2 from the list below. You get the drop on whatever lies ahead. You discern a beneficial aspect of the terrain, shortcut, shelter, or tactical advantage, describe it. You make a discovery, ask the GM. You notice sign of a nearby danger, ask the GM. So, I want the drop on whatever lies ahead. I want to discern a beneficial aspect of the terrain, specifically so that I can place my good brand new bear trap down. Because something is very tasty about the idea of getting someone with their own trap to me. That just feels right. Yeah.
So here's my pitch for how this goes. You go full jackrabbit for a minute. You sprint away from the party and you just fucking launch yourself up into the higher part of one of these swamp trees, a mangrove tree, I think that's what they have. And you are above the mist, not so far above that you can't see through it. And you spot the hunting party moving through the swamp towards where this trap had been laid. You see 5 humanoids, one of them much smaller than the rest, very clearly a child, out on some sort of a rite of passage, and a bunch of adults yelling at him, oh, we're gonna make a man out of you, and the kid's just oh, okay, sure, just not feeling it.
I didn't mean to spoil a bat mitzvah.
Exactly. In terms of tactical advantage that could be granted by terrain, I'm gonna give you 2 options. Number 1, there is a spot where the terrain kind of drops down a hill and there's a narrow pass. There's not a way to move through that pass without having to bump into at least one of these trees. Setting the trap leaned up against that tree will absolutely ruin someone's day.
My favorite thing.
Secondarily, coming out on the backside of that, there is a small dry spot that you have to walk through. There's not a way to step around or over it. It's between a rock and a log. You will have to step through that spot, and it will catch the first person through it, no questions.
So, asking as a player,
yes,
where in this marching order is this small child and/or extremely lethal halfling?
Think about how you guys had Marianne ringed up in the middle of the party. They're doing that. They just want the kid to get the killing blow.
Okay. I think I'm gonna, slink my way down and Kronk, that, it's internal, right? And just doing the slinky slink for no reason other than it's fun.
Because you can.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the super cool action hero thing, and tragically no one can see me being so cool.
Where you are finally in your element.
I know, I'm finally doing the thing I'm made for, and no one can witness my glory. Rip. And I'm gonna slide the bear trap into place and just very slowly, gently open it, arm it, and then I think I'm gonna find my way back up to the tree and grab Tanaya Schwain. I'm gonna let the first motherfucker walk into the trap, and then I'm gonna pick off the bastard at the back.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with my good harpoon.
Tactical genius.
What was the second question that you chose off of that?
That
move?
was, do you discern a beneficial aspect of the terrain, shortcut, shelter, or tactical advantage?
Okay. I think we've covered both of those with that. Is that
Yeah.
fair? Okay. And the move gives you +1 forward when acting on that information. Is that accurate?
Nope. There's no mention of +1 forward.
I will say if you are staying there and prepping yourself, I will give you advantage on your shot.
Cool. Yeah. I'll do that.
Can I also participate in the preemptive violence?
Abso-fucking-lutely. What are you planning?
Well, my plan was, since I've worked with Lorelei before, with Rosmo would just kind of use some Garrett wire in the trees. So after the trap goes off and she starts shooting and they start running at us, I can just pull it taut in the mist and they won't see it coming.
I'm going to say in this case, for what you're doing, this feels like defy danger with a probably dex mechanic to me, but if you think of something else.
I was hoping it would be more like a hack and slash and an unsuspecting opponent kind of a deal.
I'll let you roll that when it comes up if you want to play it that way. I think that plays for me.
It is unfortunate because I have no bond with these people,
Indeed.
so I can't really add that.
Well, you don't know whether or not you've got bond with them presently. You haven't observed them.
That would be a very funny surprise.
So, Rosmo, when I'm gonna say that you have prepped the wire, I'll say you like tied it around one tree and moved to the other side of a small area.
Yeah.
And the second
For sure.
someone comes through, you're just gonna pull it taut and try and get someone to decapitate himself.
But very injured at the very least.
Sure.
Is that what you're going for? Is like head height though?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Iimish, you're perfectly safe.
Adult head height, right? We're not gonna murder a child.
Rosmo, on his stipulations, clearly says he will not harm a child. He will kidnap a child, but he will not harm a child. It's a very
That's
distinction.
wow.
But
That doesn't count as harm in Rosmo's mind. Okay.
No, it doesn't. No physical harm. But there is a subclause where Rosmo will punch a teenager.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Excellent.
Man after my own heart.
Clause. That's great.
It's in his contract. No harm to children.
Yeah. Iimish, Daphne, do you guys have anything that you want to prep?
Iimish, this is to play off you, Daphne. The Iimish like looks up at you and Daphne. So here's the thing. There's an awful lot of smoke here, but I don't see any feckin' fire. I was wondering if you could remedy that for me.
Absolutely. She'll use ignition.
I want you to roll +int to see if you are able to use ignition at the moment.
Able?
Able.
Do we have a rules question here? Is something happening?
No, I just don't like the specificity of able to use fire.
That's an 8.
Okay, so that is a mixed success. Give me a second here, because I wrote this down.
Daphne's about to suffer a reactor core meltdown in her magic circuits.
Not fond of that.
I'm gonna say on a mixed success in this specific case, it is due to the moisture in the air. Typically with ignition, you are able to just make the air just straight up combust. Think Colonel Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. The air just burns around you. You are not able to get the amount of heat that you need to make it burn. But you can make stinging steam.
Ooh.
That is so much worse.
It's pretty bad.
Let's cause 3rd-degree burns. Yeah.
For the case of this encounter, you will not be able to set anything on fire. And if you roll a failure, you will take steam damage.
But she's essentially like superheating the moisture in the air.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can boil someone?
Yeah,
Poach them?
Ooh. Poach them. Yeah. Ooh.
in their own skin. Oh god, this is awful.
It's like if an air fryer went horribly wrong.
I had a quick thing I wanted to do.
Hit me.
Is the shifter still there?
Yes.
Daphne wants to turn to the shifter, and I have a question.
Yeah?
Are your guardians' parents anything nearby looking for you?
Probably, unless these dicks got them.
Do you guys have a signal?
No, right now we're just running.
Would they be useful?
To me or to you guys?
Both.
It's pretty much the same thing right now.
I know.
Roll plus charisma for me if you would.
There it is. That's an 11.
Nice. The shifter catches what you're saying and kind of grins at you for a second and shifts into wolf form and just howls into the air. And after a few seconds, you hear distant, 2 separate and distinct howls.
That's so cool.
Parents on the prowl. Here we go.
So if we translated this howl, it would, it sounds like a howl, but if you translate it, it sounds like I need an adult and 2 adults answer.
On our way. Iimish, what were you thinking?
Iimish is gonna just hold and for what's set in motion to play out. Like there's Daphne's superheated steam, there's the garrotes, there's the bear trap, and he's just ready for whoever makes it through all of that nonsense. He is going to pick out the first target he can. That is not a child. I am designating that.
I think that's fair and reasonable.
Yeah, so he's got Gemma Clem's plates out, like ready to go.
Let's kick this pig then. The way that the procession is moving down, Lorelei, you are still in the tree and you are just target tracking. You see them moving through a clearing and you see them starting to come downhill. You see the rocks they're processing through, and you see the spot where you could have put the trap where they would have bumped into it and it would have just chomped their side. And then you see the first guy jump down that cliff and you see him about to step into the trap, and you see the way they move single file. So it's adult, adult, kid, adult, adult. And the first adult jumps down into the hole and the trap just snaps closed on his leg, and he just at the top of his lungs starts screaming. Roll volley with advantage.
Yes. Okay. 10, bitches.
What happens on a 10?
When you launch a ranged attack, roll dex. On a 10+, you have a clear shot. Deal damage. And I do a good amount of that. I just have to find my gun on my character sheet. 5 dammies. And I'm tracking the shot, and at the instant that motherfucker, snaps shut, pew! Little harpoon. Because that's the sound harpoons make.
Yes, clearly.
It's the Skyrim arrow mod, so it's just pew!
I think there should be an E or an N on the end, so it's harpoon.
Harpoon!
Harpoon!
Pew. Yes, that's canon now. Beautiful. It's a harpoon gun. That's what makes it extra special.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Tanaya Schwain just goes, pew!
Harpoon sticks.
Harpoon.
5 damage, you said?
Yes, 5 damage.
Okay, so you catch this guy kind of in the, right above the hip, right below the ribs area. It is right through the midsection.
Got a kidney, hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. He is about to be having a not great day. Rosmo, you were prepped to garrote. I'm going to say that the second guy to jump down to try and assist the guy who's caught in the trap. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll a hack and slash with advantage, please.
That's a 4 and a 3, so 7.
That is a
I guess
success on a hack and slash. Let's see what we do on a mixed success on that. This guy, he starts rushing forward to get his buddy out of the bear trap that he's currently caught in, and you pull the wire tight. He kind of it doesn't strangle him, it doesn't decapitate him, it cuts into the neck a little bit, but he immediately sees you. He swings a club out. You're going to take 4 damage, less armor, as he swings into the middle of it. And it was just kind of like a reflexive swing. He just swings out as hard as he can, not even knowing that there was someone actually there. You have done damage and taken damage. Go ahead and roll, I'm going to say, a d6 plus 1 for damage on that garrote.
4.
Nice. So you did the same amount of damage to him that he did to you.
Turnabout is fair play.
I mean, do you have any armor, Dean? Or does Rosmo have any armor, Mike?
Yeah, I shut the fuck.
Never. You did this to yourself, dipshit.
You really
I
did.
regret nothing.
Speaking of which, in the middle of murdering this hunter, I realize, oh no, the garret is one of my possessions, and I immediately owe it to Taku before I do anything else after this.
God. Okay.
Daphne, Iimish, and Taku, you guys haven't taken an action yet in this ambush.
Iimish has something.
Oh, yeah.
Now that shit's starting to go down.
Yeah, it's popping off.
He just, bellows out really clearly and loudly.
Hey, you fucking wee piddly-ass punks. Don't come at me sideways like a cock at urethra. Come and fight me true.
I've got an ability where I can cry a challenge and roll plus con to try and gather their
Yes.
attention.
Roll it. Roll it. I love it.
I love these new dice. I love these new dice. That's a nat 11 plus 2, so 13.
Beautiful. All right, so what happens on a 13?
So what happens with that is kind of beautiful. So on a 10 plus, they treat you as the most obvious threat to be dealt with and ignore your companions. And I take plus 2 damage ongoing against them.
Oh, God.
That's rowdy.
All right.
Everybody comes to punk the little guy.
So I'm going to say the guy who got the guy who got bear trapped and the guy who got harpooned are indisposed at the moment. Harpooned. Thank you for the correction. The other 2 adults are going to charge at you, and the kid is still not sold on confrontation at the moment.
Fair.
Daphne and Taku, ideas?
Yes.
How badly wounded is the kid?
The shifter
Okay.
kid?
Mm-hmm.
More scared than anything else, not terribly wounded. The bear trap I set as a 4 damage object anyway, so that's about where he's sitting. He's down 4.
Got it. I'm a very good spellcaster. Right now I'm taking a -1 because I'm sustaining the mists here.
Your thick mist.
And so I already have in the bank right now I draw unwelcome attention or put myself in a spot, and you'll tell me how. But I also know that all the attention is focused on Iimish. I'm surrounded by magical mists that are full of enemies who are rapidly disappearing for some reason.
It's a mystery.
Ergo, I am invincible, and I'm just going to go ahead and use Healing Touch on the kid to heal his wounds up, invoking even more magic, come what may. So that is a plus 2 is 8. The spell is cast, but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. The Game Master will tell you how. Spell disturbs the mists, and I take an additional penalty, or after it is cast, the spell is forgotten. I am going to continue to draw attention to myself or put myself in a tight spot. The GM tells me how. So wherever that gauge is right now, just move that dial up one more notch.
If we're playing WoW, the threat meter just shows the healer climbing the threat charts way faster now. Here's what happens. You walk over to the kiddo, and you put your hands on him, and there is a brilliant flash of kind of yellowy orange light, almost flame-colored light, one might say.
Oh, you're gonna make Daphne jealous.
And it shines through the fog. So Iimish's challenge echoes out into the fog, and the hunters immediately see this flash of light and just go, nah, whatever that is a bigger threat.
Son of a bitch.
So one of them is going to peel off, and one of them is going to beeline for Iimish. Daphne, what are you thinking?
The one that peeled, I was gonna go for the one closest to the kid to scare him off, but instead, the one that peeled off and is coming towards us, by where I'm assuming Marianne is by us, and she would protect her, I want to just envelop them in steam.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Go ahead and roll Incinerate for me if that's your plan.
Yeah, let's do this.
But the sous vide these bastards.
Sous vide them. Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
7 plus 3, that's a 10.
You're too good at this game.
On a 10, what happens?
Murder.
Well, she brings them up to 135 for about 30
I
minutes.
cook him.
Ooh, we're gonna be eating good tonight. We're having steak.
Yeah, Taku's gonna be happy.
Yep.
So tender, so mild.
Here, I cooked this humanoid for you. There you
It's
go.
organically sourced simian.
What's the mechanical function on a 10 plus?
On a 10 plus, shit pops off affectionate.
So shit pops off that's like limbs and
In this case, possibly.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage, and I'll tell you what happens here.
Oh shit. That's a 6. I didn't use the bagpipe, so it's not a +1, but that's a fucking 6.
All right, this human starts sprinting through the mist towards Taku, and you kind of throw your hands out like you do when you're trying to make something burst into flames, and you see almost a faint spark around him for just a second, and then the fog around him takes on a different texture, and You're the only one who knows, aside from the guy who's being steamed right now, that is what's happening. It is a heat reaction to the mist. He immediately just starts screaming as the air around him hits about 190, 200 degrees. The added effect that I am adding as a complication for you being in the mist is that this is ongoing. You can't turn it off.
Oh God.
This man is a dumpling.
Yeah.
It will be before too long, yeah.
Long big pork buns.
Dim sum.
Yeah, oh God.
It's time for dim sum paradise.
No.
Ooh. I realized I was supposed to have an effect on the 10 plus for ignition.
Yes.
The spell costs 0 mana, or the spell gains a spicy tag. The spell does an additional 1d6 damage, or NPCs are suitably impressed or terrified with the spell. I want to terrify the fucking kid.
The kid sees the adult being turned into a long pig pork bun. Thank you for, I think it was Benny who said that one.
Yes, that was.
And just is immediately screaming at the top of his lungs. The guy who is harpooned, Lorelei, he is going to try and grab the chain on the harpoon itself, the harpoon rather.
Harpoon,
and
thank
he's
you.
going to try and pull you out of the tree. I need you to roll strength, please.
First things first, I need to roll always prepared.
Yeah, roll your readiness.
I rolled my mana, it's 5.
Nice. Beautiful.
Excellent. So I rolled a 7, so I gained 2 readiness. So I'm gonna pop that there. And now that I have my tasty readiness, I feel like this would probably be defy danger, right? Like he's trying to pull me down. And I say defy danger because I'm going willingly.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm leaping off. I'm letting him like make me leap faster, and I'm tackling this motherfucker.
I'll take it. Roll defy
Hell yeah.
danger for me.
Okay.
It's like the double flying kick.
Yeah. I rolled a 4, but I'm immediately spending a readiness for predict their movements.
Of course.
Reroll a defy danger roll and take the higher roll. So I rolled an 11
Nice.
plus
Nice.
whatever stat we're going to use for defy danger. It's like probably Dex,
I would say
right?
strength or dex, whichever you're planning.
Cool. So that's a 13. He's pulling me down. I'm going like that's just more momentum, baby. But I want to do it with like the butt of Tanaya Schwain.
Oh God. Can I? All right. Let me cook for a minute. You wait to see him grab onto the chain, and he pulls. And the second he pulls, you spring off of the tree, and you grab onto the chain yourself, and you swing your legs forward, and you manage to plant those giant bunny legs square in the middle of his chest and kick off, both retrieving your harpoon and freeing yourself from danger. Go ahead and roll, I would say roll a d6 -1 of damage.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay, so that is a 4 total.
Nice. He's looking a little fucked up. Not super fucked
Yeah,
up.
as I
a little
kick
fucked up.
off, I'm just gonna like tip my hat at him.
I like that. Rosmo, the guy that you garroted, is he has realized that you are there, and he's got that club in hand, and he is moving towards you. What are you doing to stop him?
So like the garrote is still kind of around his neck, isn't it?
The way I had imagined it was kind of that you had just strung it across trees, but if you snuck up on
one
him,
was on a tree. Like I had to, like it was like around the tree, like I was holding it with both hands.
she made it like kind of a trochee instead. Okay,
Yeah.
I follow. Okay, so he's kind of restrained then, and he's just kind of trying to
You
swing
could like
towards.
spin him around like you're dancing and just like wrap
God.
him up more in very painful murder wire.
Rosmo doesn't know how to dance.
I'm sure he's an excellent dancer, isn't he, Mike?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
I immediately do whatever Lorelei tells me to do because I always just follow Lorelei along and trust her to make all of the plans.
You ever dance with the Rosmo in a pail of fog light?
So were they just trying to keep running, or are they just kind of?
He was trying to
just trying
swing
to like
at you.
get the shit off of them. All right.
He's trying to take a swing.
Oh, he's holding his ground. Okay. Jesus, what do I want to do? Murder. I crave the blood of my enemies. Yeah, I'm just gonna, since the garrote's already there, I'm just gonna try to like undo from one side of the tree and just complete the circuit around his neck and, I don't know, drag him to the ground.
Okay. I see this as a defy danger again, either as strength or dex. But again, if you think it's something else, tell me.
No, that makes sense. You said defy danger?
I'd like to make a devil's bargain for this roll.
No!
I rolled an 8.
A 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or a price to pay.
I take the hard bargain.
And, like, this is the second time I've said this to you, Mike. You don't get to pick. I'm the one who picks.
Rosmo's not happy about it.
All right. Dean, I have a worse outcome or a price to pay for it. And I will actually offer you the choice in this case.
Let's do price to pay.
All right. As you kind of dance around him to loosen one end of the garrote from the tree, you realize that in order to secure the garrote around his neck, you are going to move into range to be stabbed by the guy who is in the bear
Take
trap.
the risk, because sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Rosmo's so good at bleeding.
One good stab deserves another.
You dance yourself into position. You get the garrote tightened. You get it loose from the tree, and you get it around this guy's neck. And the guy that is behind you in the bear trap pulls a skinning knife out of his belt, and he sinks it just directly into your shoulder.
That was rude.
You're going to take it 3 damage for that, less armor. God, Rosmo really is you guys' tank.
That's how you use me.
Over to Iimish. The one dude is still running directly at you. You have
Iimish is
challenged
gonna
him.
just lay waste on this guy with some razor-edged Fey China plates.
Awesome. I'm guessing this was a volley. Volley it up, baby.
Which I use strength for. And that's it. These dice are so great. That's a 9 plus 2, 11.
God. All right, you sling this plate across the space between you. How much damage?
I do a die 6 plus 4. It's normally a die 6 plus 2, but I've got that additional from the Cry Challenge. So that's 10 damage.
How does such a little guy do so much bloodshed?
Oh, and just so you know, it's a weapon that I'm using, so this is also forceful and messy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was how I was going to narrate it regardless, so that's great. You sling this plate at him, and it catches him just kind of right above the eye, and just kind of bounces off like the chakra in Xena. Bounces off of his forehead and sinks into a tree a few feet away from him. And, like, head wounds just bleed like a stuck pig anyway. It just starts spraying. And he goes ass over tea kettle into the mud. He's still alive, but not by much. Jesus Christ, that was a good roll. Daphne, you have a steamed pork bun of a human being running towards you screaming. What are you doing?
I mean, what else am I doing but hitting them again with more steam?
you had to put them out of their misery, right?
I'm out of my misery.
Flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of my misery.
Very distressing hearing this man scream from horror you have enacted upon him.
Scream and sizzle.
He's chasing after me, and I don't know why, and I don't like it.
Seems like an invasion of personal space for sure.
6 plus 5.
Choose your
plus
additional effect and roll damage. God, you guys are rolling hot tonight. That's great.
I just got stabbed twice, so I don't think
But
it's
like getting
entirely
stabbed
true.
is your natural state of being, you know?
I'm sorry, Mike got stabbed twice.
Let's
There
just
you go.
Participated in this fight.
let's just call it and do an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, spicy long pork bun.
That sounds really good.
It does sound
Could
good.
you just call it long pork bun? Did it need the second pork?
Yes.
13.
She just showing you up.
Seriously.
I'm matching him. We're best friends.
Yeah,
forever.
seriously. Like, you get the air high five from a distance on that one. Like,
This is more for my edification than anything else, Onna. I would like you to roll the additional d6 from the ongoing steam damage he was taking as well.
Oh, yeah,
oh
okay.
dear lord.
Let's do the fire dice.
You know how when a hot dog's in the microwave too long, it pops?
Jesus Christ.
Another 5 from Onna. Brilliant.
18 total, yeah.
Oh my god. There's not a lot of health in this game.
Feels like that shouldn't be possible. Like, that would kill a PC.
This man is running towards you, and I think he suffers from heat stroke and then heat death immediately, and the steam still doesn't let up, and you all smell the acute scent of steam-cooked human. It's awful, it's horrifying, and the steam will not stop. It simply will not
Oh
quit.
man, it smells like Mama's boiled monkeys up in here. Nice.
Taku, what are you doing,
I'm
bud?
really hungry, man. Something smells so good right now.
Having a snack.
Man.
Stops for a snack.
Seeing that everybody's kind of like mixed up now, Taku is going to try and guide the werechild and our employer away from the violence and the delicious smells and back towards the main road.
Okay, yeah. You can pretty easily lead them out of this swamp back to the road. Not a big deal there. Okay, coming back around, Lorelei, you have drop-kicked a man after yanking a harpoon out of him. He is wrestling his way back to his feet at this point, but you definitely have the drop on him. What are you thinking?
How's he looking?
He's looking a little rough, yeah.
We have a bad habit of just like killing everyone and asking no questions.
Yeah.
And it does occur to me, probably should have maybe asked more questions. So we've got one burst hot dog man. So he's
yes.
down. And there were 5 adults and 1 child?
4 adults and 1
4
child.
adults. Okay, so we're down to 3 adults.
Two adults. Is the one that I hit still alive?
Ish.
He is down, but he's still
Okay.
alive.
We can fix that.
We've got
Yeah.
You also have
And then
you have a guy who's stuck in a bear trap still, who has not done anything other than stab Rosmo in the back. Like your guy right now, Lorelei, is the only one who is actively able to be a real.
Well, I don't
threat.
like that. I am sprinting dead at this guy and cackling the whole way. And my goal is just to like knock him down to the ground and then in the, much like how siblings wrestle, just start strangling the motherfucker.
all right.
Yeah, murder
wrestle.
wrestle. This is totally normal. And it's strength. There's no way it's not strength, right?
This is strength.
Nope, I got a 6.
That is a failure. You run at the guy in the bear trap, and he sees you coming and pulls the dagger or the skinning knife out of Rosmo's back, and he just kind of braces it and gets it ready, and you run directly into the knife. You're going to take 4 damage for that.
Oh
Ouch,
no.
okay.
And you got Rosmo poisoning too.
As that happens, Lorelei, you see a massive silvery gray wolf person come into the clearing. He catches his teeth into the child's shoulder.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Braced and ready, not burying in. And then you see a small, kind of light brown skinned woman with a shock of white hair on the top of her head walk into the clearing behind and say, "A child for a child. If you take ours, we'll take yours." And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Seems fair. Worthy trade.
Hey everyone, did you know that we've got a website? Come check us out at highentlowwiz.com. We've got player bios, character art, world info, and links to episodes of the show. You can also find us on Tumblr and Instagram at highentlowwizpod. For the geriatric millennials in the audience, you know who you are. You can find us on Facebook at highentlowwizpod as well. Come hang out with us in any one of those places, or all of them if you want to. Please give us a review on your listening platform of choice. Give us as many stars as you think we deserve, or if you're feeling generous, give us a whole lot more. Well done tonight, guys. We were in
Mhm.
rare
Yeah, I
form.
thought Mike and Mike were
killed
excellent.
it. Mike
They
was
really-
fucking fantastic. This was Mike's
Just
best
on
session.
fire.
So here's the thing, see?
That was better.
That was
That was
better.
better.
That was
I
a lot
enjoyed it more
better.
at the very least.
Mike, to practice your Iimish, say 33 trolls went through the thistle bush.
33 trolls went through the thistle bush.
There you go.
33 trolls went through the thistle bush. 33 trolls went through the thistle bush. I can't get through thistle bush.
That's the hard one.
Like It's just a wall in front of me.
Tardy Tree Charles went true to Tristle.
Tardy Tree
Wow.
Trolls went true to Tisslebush.
30 tree trolls went
That's
true to
hard.
Tisslebush.
30 Tree
Okay.
Trolls went true to Tisslebush.
Tissel.
30 Tree Trolls went true to Tisslebush.
Yes.
Turkey tree trolls.
Christ on sale.